Hey, good morning, and today we're going to talk about what we do when we have multiple functions. We're going to start off with adding, subtracting, multiplying, then we're going to move into compositions, okay? So when we are adding, what this means, just we take our f of x, our g of x, we add them together. Pretty simple. We have our 2x minus 7. I got that from up here. Our 8x plus 3, just put it plus the quantity of 8x plus 3. We add our like terms, so combine like terms, 10x minus 4, and we would be done right there. Okay, now when we subtract, the thing to remember, we're subtracting every part of g of x. So we start with our 2x minus 7 again. Then it's minus the quantity of 8x plus 3. So if we would distribute this, negative is like a negative 1, it would distribute in. So it'll be 2x minus 7 minus 8x minus 3. We'll get minus 6x and minus 10 when we combine them. Our next one, multiplication. Okay, so this is just saying we have 2x minus 7. We're multiplying that with the 8x plus 3. So we use FOIL first, outside, inside, last. Combine your like terms. And we are done. Okay, this final one, this is when we get to a composition. What this means is we first run x through whatever's closest, so x goes through g, and we will result in 8x plus 3. Then we plug this in. This is read f of g of x, meaning instead of an x, I put whatever g of x is, which in this case is 8x plus 3, so that takes the place. So right here we take, it's going to be 2 times that 8x plus 3, and then don't forget the minus 7 at the end. Now at this point we distribute, so we get 16x plus 6 minus 7, and will result in 16x minus 1. All right. So now down here, once again, we're going to use these two functions, f of x and g of x. And we're going to do these compositions. So another way you might see this g of f of x written would be g of f of x. Okay, this means the same thing. So g of f of x, we start with f of x and we plug it in place of the x and g. So 3 times that 5x squared plus 2 takes that spot. Don't forget then minus 4. We get that from at the end here, minus 4. So we distribute that. 15x squared plus 6 minus 4 results in 15x squared plus 2. Okay, our final one then on the front, f of g of x, it's the same thing. Remember, it could be like this. It's the opposite way, meaning we start with the g of x and plug it in place of the x in f of x. Okay, so we plug this into this problem. So it'll be 5 times that 3x minus 4 will have to get squared, and then plus 2 at the end. So 3x minus 4 squared, I'll do this over here. Remember, it's 3x minus 4 times 3x minus 4. First gives us 9x squared outside, minus 12x inside, minus 12x last, plus 16. So that's 9x squared minus 24x plus 16. Now, when we take this, remember it's got to be multiplied by that 5. And don't forget there's the plus 2 at the end. So we distribute that, 45x squared minus 120x plus 5 times 16 gives us 80 plus 2. Okay, so 45x squared minus 120x plus 82. Okay, at this point, we're adding in numbers. Okay, so what that means, remember f of g of 1 Okay, so that's another way we could write this, f of g of 1. So we start by plugging this 1 into g of x. So g of 1 is just 4 times that 1, which equals 4. So now f of g of 1, we take that 4 and we plug it in, so we'll have f of 4 that we need, because that is the same as f of g of 1 is the same as f of 4. Okay, so we take 2 times that 4 squared minus 3. 4 squared is 16 times 2, 32 minus 3 leaves us with 29. All right, so on the back, or on the next one, letter B, same thing, except start with f of 5. So f of 5 equals 2 times 5 squared minus 3. So 25 times 2 is 50. 50 minus 3 will result in 47. Okay, at this point we need to plug that in. So g of f of 5 is also the same as g of 47. So that's 4 times that 47, which, let's see, it's 188, I believe. All right. On to the next one. Now there's 3 functions, but it's the exact same thing. Okay. So f of h of 2, we take 2, plug it into h. So 2 cubed, which gives us 8. That 8 now gets plugged in, so 5 times 8 minus 1. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 minus 1 is 39. All right, g of f of negative 3. Okay, so we plug in the negative 3 into f, so that's going to be 5 times negative 3 minus 1. So negative 15 minus 1 is negative 16. And then that gets plugged into g, which is just negative x, so negative 16 or minus 16 becomes positive 16. The final one, this is dealing with graphs. Okay, so it's written the other way, but remember, these are the same exact type of thing. So another way to write this first one right here, h of f of 1, would be h of f of 1. Okay, that means the same thing, just like what we did up there. So first thing we got to do is plug in 1 into the f of x. So if I plug in 1, I get a y value or an output of 4. You see right here? That is where the 1 is. I get 4. Now I need to plug that into h. So h of 4, we go over here to 4, and we get 3 as our answer. So f of 1 equals 4. So then h of 4 equals 3, and that is our final answer. So here, g of 2, we look at 2, it's 0. So now we need to take that 0 and plug it into h, and we will get 3 as our answer once again. All right, f of 2, we go to f, and we look at x equals 2. We get an output of 2. So now g of that, we go to 2, and we get 0. And our final one, we start with the inside, right, f of 3. So we look on here at 3, the output is 3. So we take that 3 and plug it into h, and we get an output of 4. So there is a Delta Math assignment. Go ahead, sign in, get it done. If you have questions, please let me know. Make sure we're not falling behind. Okay, hope you guys have a great day.